Yeah, we are
Yeah, thank you very much. You gotta stop calling my phone. You please stop calling my phone. You please stop calling my phone. Open table is going live now. You stop calling my phone, please. Yes, 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 yes. October 21st, 2023. I'm here on the table with the greatest man, the greatest politician in Indianapolis, Indiana. There are two politicians. Theo Jalate, Honorable Theo, Honorable man, the greatest politician ever lived on planet Earth. It's a pleasure to share the table, open table with you, Honorable man Theo Jalate, politician, the greatest politician ever in this community and the world at large. I salute you. The records are there. Those I don't know, they will be abreast with the information anytime soon. One of the greatest sisters of this community, the sporting department. Say, I will hold down the sporting department of this community of LAR, the Liberian in Indiana, U.S. Sport Director, U.S. Sport Department. Without this lady, we don't play soccer in this community. Oh, Miss Penny Alpha. Miss Penny Alpha, it's a pleasure again to be on the table with you. It's a pleasure to share open table with you today on a Saturday evening. Or Saturday afternoon, I reiterate, Saturday afternoon, because it past midday. Thank you very much. I'm here with an honorable man, Honorable Joseph Cesar Jr., one of the greatest species of planet Earth, Joseph Cesar, in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you very much. Yes, 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 yes. OP table, OP table, OP table, OP table. Well, little gentlemen, festival live. The gorilla as well as Indianapolis be read back home. Yeah, I lost my ente, but life must go on and be read seriously. That's why my voice is very calm today. Even though I still get some people latches. Yeah, some people need to get latches. The Indiana Old-timer is turning into a political institution. But you know, a politician I will be a politician, nevertheless, even though my ente is dead, but there is a need. Those that deserve latches will receive latches today. Thank you very much. The Indiana Old-timer Association of Indiana have become a political institution. Breaking news. Open table. Thank you very much. Yes, 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 yes. If you are in and put this OP table, Nyam Fulula, the favorite song never can tell, is busy today doing some courses. Yeah, Nyam Fulula will not be all in studio. Nyam Fulula is busy with schoolwork. The schoolwork is overwhelming. Nyam Fulula pay more attention to his courses. Nyam Fulula want to graduate anytime soon. Nyam Fulula say he can be out today in studio. Nyam Fulula will recognize you. Nyam Fulula, thank you again for your hard work. Nyam Fulula favorite song Niba Kante. I don't know if it was a skier tactic to appear with Theo Jalate on the table. Nyam Fulula say he's doing some school work, but no problem. We are here. Honorable woman Theo Jalate is here to give some information about the electoral process back home. The CDC and that of the United Party Governor second round, a runoff election coming up in November. Thank you very much. Theo Jalate will be here to express your information. Someone then said they want me go. We're not going nowhere. We are discussing politics in Indiana. The Indiana Old-timer Association of Indiana. The Old-timer Association of Indiana have turned to a political institution. Breaking news. Breaking news in Indianapolis, Indiana. The Indiana Old-timer Association have turned into a political institution. They said there were no politics in Indiana Otama, but it has become more political than any other institution on planet Earth. The Golas was for Indianapolis, Indiana, even though we said the goal of Indiana Otama institution, the primary goal was respect, but now it became tyrannic. It has become tyrannic institution. Yeah, our voice not be heard anymore. Our voice will not be heard anymore because it has turned into political institution. Habitable. We'll be diving into that anytime soon. But well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, the Indiana Otama is on the spotlight. Indiana Otama is on the spotlight. Indiana Otama is on the spotlight. Our coach is G Rashi. G Rashi is on the spotlight. G Rashi running the institution politically. Time anymore. Unhabitable. We are here discussing the issue. We will dive into the Otama as well. We will dive into the Liberia Association because we have the youth department, Miss Bernie Alpha. And then we'll spread our tentacle to the Republic of Liberia, wherein we have Theo Jalater. We'll be giving you information about the electoral process back home. Thank you very much. If you are in Pennsylvania, just OP table. Yeah, well, little gentlemen, the Gorilla SYSBRE. If you don't know, now you know. But that and many more, we'll be touching on a lot of things today. The Indiana Otama Association will be playing IE and Barrow. Barrow lost to IE. They're gone Saturday, and we'll be playing the final game today. Yeah, I'm here representing IE. Yes. Even though my coach was removed from the group chat. My coach, Savannah Pele, was removed from the group chat. That and many more. But anyway, we will dive into the issue. We're going to stop the theme song and right now dive straight into the issue for the audience, to pay more attention, and that of the studio guys plan to introduce themselves, and then Honorable Chairman, who deserves no introduction, but we'll start with Honorable Chairman. Chairman going to go, and then let me start with the guest first. Miss Bernie Alpha, we salute you. I salute you with the distinction because you are a female. As a panelist right now, we'll say go ahead and introduce yourself so we can dive rolling the ball real quick.
Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Bernice Alpha. I am the Youth and Sports Chairman of Indiana, and I am just grateful to be here today. Thank you guys for having me on your show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was the voice of Miss Bernie Alpha, and we want to switch our pendulum to one of the greatest politicians on planet Earth. Politician, I don't want to call your name, but I know you introduce yourself. Your powerful voice, I salute you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, great politician on planet Earth.
Welcome, Ray. SYZ. I am so happy to be on the program today. I'm so happy to be on this table with one of the brightest minds in the city. Joseph Esele Jr., SYZ, and Miss Bernie. I'm happy to be in the forum today with you guys. My name is Theo. Theo Gilate. I go by Theo, and I'm more excited today to be part of the today very exciting discussion, especially from back home and what's going on within our community, the Otama game. And SYZ, I want to personally say, have my sympathy for your loss. We are with you in these difficult times. That what family and friends are for. You can count on us in this difficult time. Once again, have my sympathy and I appreciate you as a friend, as a brother, and as one of the brightest minds in this community. So thank you very much once again for giving me the opportunity to be part of your program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, honorable man, the greatest man. You heard a voice, you know, show the man a politician. That voice is not easy. You know, some people want to speak, you already know who they are. They don't have to introduce themselves. The voice alone tell you that this man is a lender man. And that's what we like. And I love that. I love to be with great people. Anyway, without further delay, honorable chairman, I know you deserve no introduction, but for the sake of the audience in Brazil, Great Britain, Dubai, even in Gaza and in Palestine, Israel, everywhere. For the sake of them, uh, you can introduce yourself so they can know who you are again once more.
Well, good afternoon, good morning to people on the other side of the world, and wherever you are listening from, we say welcome again to Open Table. First and foremost, I would love to extend our deepest sympathy and condolences to the co-chairman, Mr. John Z. XYZ. Sorry for your loss. We are with you in prayers. It's not easy. We are going through such difficult time, but we need to muster the courage to still be behind the mic and using your voice. Is very encouraging and it's amazing. And we say we are with you in prayers. To our guest, Miss Bernie Alpha, chair lady, a chairperson of the Youth and Sports of Indiana. We say thank you for coming on here. You are doing an amazing job in the community. Keep doing what you're doing. And we know you got some things for us to tell us. But it's always good to have you on here. This is what community is about. When community pulls together, great things happen. To the man who deserves no introduction, the man who is well learned, a matter of fact, he's overwhelmed with politics from the UL up to these United States. Uh, Mr. Theophilus Gilatia, he will be giving his views on the recent elections back home, and we will sit and learn. It's always good to hear from others, especially when you have an opinion of your own. So once again, thanks, and thanks to our viewer, thanks to our listener. I mean, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you on a Saturday. So let's go and let's keep this ball rolling.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman Joseph Sigis Jr. And once more again, I want to tell you that Jan Vulula will not be in studio.
Yeah,
Vulula is kind of
yeah,
busy.
yeah.
We will not say it's a scare tactic for you to appear with Mr. Jalate. We will not say that. Jan Vulula is busy with schoolwork. That's the news I got. So I will give you that information about Mr. Jalate. I'm going to switch the president to you very soon. And then after you, Miss Bernie Alpha will come in, we'll be switching back and forth. Then Joseph and myself will be asking for questions and stuff. But there's an issue. Mr. Janate, you have followed the electionary process back home very closely. I think we had 20 political parties. If I'm mistaken, you can correct me. We right now it have been narrowed to only two political parties. The United Party and that of the CDC. But before we get to the round two, I think you got message from Liberian people about the round one where we had 20 political parties. So, Mr. Jalate, what is your observation when it comes to the electoral process back home?
Well, thank you very much for that question, SYZ. And I'm going to say to my comrade, Brother Yan, wherever you are today, we wish you good luck on your studies. Good luck on whatever you're working on today. We would have loved you to be on here, but we know that you are busy. We want to say and wish you good luck on your program. Now, going back once again to your question, SYZ, I must begin to say a very big bravo, congratulations to Liberians on the motherland. They have done exceedingly well with respect to the way in which the elections were conducted. People went to the poll, and based on international observer, the European Union came out to say the election was conducted in ways in which is very, very great and fair. There was voter turnout, high voter turnout in Liberia, and there was less, very, very less minor problem here and there. But on a general level, Liberia has done well, especially in this election. There were high turnout, and people went to the poll to exercise their political franchise. So I should give the Liberian voters a very big thank you for doing that. And up to this time, we haven't heard any significant disruption of the process. So I want to say thank you to our people, to the observers and the people that going out to exercise their political franchise. So um, that has been established by this time that no one fairly won the election just in the first shot. Um, right now, we know that we're going to the second phase of the election, which some of us we predicted that it is highly unlikely that any one of them would have won this election in the first time with more than 51%. So there is where we are. Two political parties in the race. They're going to square up again and see. Now, we have done with the English part of the process. Now we are doing the math, or let's say the mathematics of the politics, all right, in Liberia. So you will be hearing me throughout this conversation. I will be using words from mathematics with respect to saying, for example, what is the likelihood, the probability, right? We're
Yes.
using probability now to look at the process in Liberia, who is likely, who had the chance, or what is going on based on what we're seeing. We are not saying, or as an analyst, I'm not going to say this person going to win squarely, but I'm going to give you the likelihood, the probability that might play out in this election. So I'm going to stop it from there, but I'm willing to dive into that very deeply as we go through throughout this program on this great day. So thank you very much once again for making me to be on here and discuss these issues with you, Honorable SYZ.
Thank you very much. Just as a junior, do you have any question for the greatest politician on planet Earth?
No, I mean I already. As for now, I already do not have a question. Like he said, we are moving into the second phase. I think there's something that we all can establish that whoever is going to win in the second phase will be leading a country that is deeply divided. Is deeply divided because when we look at George Weah's vote and we look at Joseph Boyka, it's almost neck and neck, right? Like 43, something like that. And going into this second round, the country is still going to be divided. So if you are looking at the election overall, they say it was almost like 78 or closer to 80% voter turnout, which of course is great. Should the opposition and the ruling party should be seeking those who decide to stay away, like the 20% or more, who decide to stay away from the process, for them to be able to win, or should they be seeking endorsement from other opposition that ran in this election? If I will ask a question to Mr. Theophilus Jate.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Saleh, for that beautiful question. And that's what we look up to, right? It's going to get more very exciting in the days to come. We're going to see that even though there was a high voter turnout um, in this gone time, but we're going to see the second phase, the percentage that did not vote. I am, you know, pessimistic that they will be able to vote in the second round. Second round is going to play out in ways that even those that came out to vote in the first round, in the second round, we're going to see a significant portion of the population that voted in the first round. Most of them going to get demotivated for several reasons. Because most of them were expecting, they went to the poll for the first time, they were expecting for their candidate to win. Their preferred candidate did not win. And as a result, in the second round, we're going to see some sort of demotivation to happen among the voters. So, but one of the things I want to mention before we go to the second point is that if you look at what we have seen happen in the first round, I can tell you that the CDC, to some extent, has lost the election morally, and you know, uh, not that, but they have lost the election um, in terms of um, for several reasons, and I want to be specific with that. Now, they lost good guys from CDC. For example, they lost Honorable Akaras Gray is being kicked out of the process. We see they also lost Solomon George, um, and they lost the Speaker of the House of Representatives, which is Honorable Chimba from Maryland County. We know that these guys are major players from the CDC party, right? And losing these guys, you know, we know that as an incumbent, Joia has lost this election with respect to the voice, not in terms of the numbers at this stage. We know that he's in the lead, a little lead. But with the losing of these guys, we know that CDC to some extent has lost significantly in terms of these guys, the foes, the voices that they were bringing in the House of Representatives. Losing these guys means CDC has been wounded already. I'm not going to say that practically they lost the numbers. No, they have the number. That is the reason why they're going for the second round. But in terms of the morale, the support, in terms of the influence, these guys breaking into the house, CDC has been wounded already. So let me lay that point to rest. But that is my point in terms of the incumbent result that we receive in with respect to the election.
Thank you very much, Miss Bernie Alpha. I know you're not too open with Liberian politics back home, but I think I will ask you a question. Here's the issue: we are all Liberian, even though you've been here for quite a while now. But I know you look at the TV as well. You got a smartphone. You've been following some stuff, some numbers and stuff. We had an election uh, on the on the 10th of October, and I know you've been seeing something. Hey, I've never seen anything, but you heard something. So after hearing all your stuff and seeing few numbers, I know you know some candidate that were in the race. I don't know your favorite candidate. October 10th election. I don't know your favorite candidate, but looking at things that you've been seeing and hearing from back home, what is your take when it comes to the past election, October 10th?
Well, I would say you guys' process are different. Um, it's a lot of chaos. It's a lot of back and forth. Um, None of the candidates, to me, you guys seem to overall resonate with. Um, Especially right now. I mean, my mom's candidate was Cummings, but of course he's out the race. Um, I just feel like the people in Liberia overall need to figure out the right person to come in to move the country forward. Because right now, um, from what I'm hearing, the two choices they have, one is the past, one is the future. Past didn't do anything much while he was there. Future, I mean, present is there now, but he's not really moving the country forward in the way it's supposed to. I mean, you have to think, you being in power for this long, there are things you should have already accomplished to move the country forward. They need more jobs so people can have money, because if people have money, things will go better. Um, I just feel like right now, I the people there have to make the best choice for them. Our people, as somebody said, they don't mind being poor, um, so they can do what it is. But I just feel like they need to make the right choice so that our country can thrive. They need to bring people in with good knowledge who wants to pour into the country, not just come there and take and go back where they came from. So it's all about hands on, and it's all about making the right decision. So right now with the two candidates, I'm not so sure because the people don't seem so sure. So I'm not. I don't know where they will go from here.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Bernie Alpha. That is the youth cheerleader of this community, powerful cheerleader of this community, holding LAR down. She's doing extremely Trump in my Trump voice. I said tremendous job.
I don't think Trump can use tremendous. You got to say
Why?
you
It's
got to say
easy.
bigly. You got to say she's doing bigly.
She doing
Oh,
big.
big.
That's the word.
Well, anyway, thank you, Miss Bernie Alpha. Do you have any question for the greatest politician?
No, I mean, first of all, like, let's try to talk to Bernie. Bernie, do you want to talk about your program now or later on, or because I mean, we won't be here for a while here.
Okay, well, I know because politics in Liberia is not really my area.
So yeah,
The
so
politics in Indiana alone scares me. So I don't.
she's a little bit shaky when we talk in politics. So let me try to maybe get her out there. Who can get her information out there, and then we can go back and forth with Mr. Theophilus Jata, who we have the privilege of talking to today. I mean, he's doing well so far, but let's try to get Bernice uh, announcement and information out. Then we can dive into politics. She can hang around in land though, but let's get the information now.
That's good.
I know y'all want to bring me on with great politicians. That I mean, it's not. It's not so fair to me. Somebody should have debriefed me first so I can know what to
You are
say.
right. You are right, Miss Brandon. Miss Brandon, I just want to say you are doing a great job, and I'm very proud of you. For what you're doing right now. Just so we appreciate your effort. You bringing in the energy you bringing in into the association. I must say thank you very much, and we are here to support you in whatever way we can. But I just want to tell you that you are highly appreciated for what you're doing, and just keep it on. And we are here to listen to you in that respect. So go ahead. What's going on today, and what do you get to share with us?
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. So I am here today. Well, first of all, I just want to say XYZ. Sorry for your loss and my condolences. Sorry I missed over that before. Um, I just wanted to let you guys know the community on the 28th of October, Youth in Sports will be having a kids program, ages 13 and below. It's a fall festival. You want to be there. The time is between 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will have the kids will be making caramel apples. They can take those home. We will have s'mores, which is, I mean, the kids know what s'mores is if other people don't. But for the people, it's just, graham crackers, chocolate, and marshmallow. So they'll be able, it's a station, they'll be able to make those. We will have two painting stations. One for 8 and below, and then another station for 9 to 13, where they will be able to paint pumpkins, and the older kids will have canvases they will paint, and then they can take those home as well. We will have pictures, um, so they can take pictures with their friends, family for memories. We'll also have pizza, drinks for the kids, and some for the adults as well. We ask that you guys please bring your kids out. One of the issues we have, if it's for older people, it's packed in attendance. When it's time for children, um, it's a different story. So we ask that you guys please bring your kids out so they can enjoy themselves. This is a way for you to also bond with your kids, and just bring them into the community to let them to show them that it's changing, because we know a lot of kids now, because realistically most of the activities in our community were geared to older people. The kids didn't really like to come out, but I'm trying to show them something different, and for them to see that we are here to you know gear to them, and do things that they want to also enjoy. So this will be a great activity, I think, I know, for the community. So I want you guys to come out so you can experience new things and see what's to come.
Yeah, thank you. You have a cheerleader somewhere in the comment section. She's very proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, my daughter. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Like mother, like daughter. That's the comment section. Uh, and that's good. You see, it's good. When you got kids and the kids are doing well, the mother be so proud. And I wish I could be proud like this. My kids are growing up. You are doing extremely. You are fantastic. You are good in this community. I'm very proud. And that how it's supposed to be. They say give the men the flower when they are alive. So I will give you the flower when you are doing well. I'm one of those in this community. They say I criticize a lot. But when you're not doing good thing, I will tell you in your face. And that's how I came out. I fear nothing, but to do wrong. I always say the truth, and that's what I stand for. People who don't understand the feeder and being critical, and I just believe that transparency is what I like. And Theo is aware. Luke's internet breach, honorable man. You know what we stand for. I'm not bragging about anything, but the issue is this girl, since she got that position, she been working every day, every night. And I'm proud of you. Don't see that I'm not watching. When you see me, I'm quiet. That means I'm observing everything I pass by. Everything. I don't know. In fact, you are the one holding LAR right now. I'm being very audacious. I'm being honest. I'm being
The
honest.
co-chairman is giving her president to endorse it.
No, I'm being honest. I don't back and blow. This department is the outstanding department ever.
All right.
Administration. You are doing good. You keep doing your good job. But why did not come with your coach here?
So yeah, I was gonna say that my co-chair Morris, he is working this morning, and then also have to get ready for you guys tournament. So he wasn't gonna be able to make it here, and also my coach Roland wasn't gonna be able to make it here today either. But they are aware that I'm here today. They wanted me to just come and talk about our program, even though they were not going to be here. But I do thank you guys a lot for all the praises, but it is teamwork. Me, Morris, and Roland, we always come together to make sure things happen for the community. Um, so we just ask that you guys continue to work with us. Also, a lot of these things will not be done without the community, because when it comes to youth and sports, the community really pours into support, whether it's donations, whether it's being hands on with helping while they're on the ground. So it just shows, like Joseph said earlier, when the community comes together for the community, everything will, flourish. And I understand everybody said my branch is the one working, but thanks for the president and the vice president for putting me in this position so that I'm able to showcase my skills and bring new things into the community, because it's really makes me happy, it makes my community happy. And then just seeing us come together, kids, adults, our kids are getting to see what true Liberian community togetherness is, not the extra, that they always hear about. And that's what's important to me, because that would make them want to come around and stay around, so that as we are getting older, they are coming in to take over and do a great job.
Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, do you have any question for the youth and sport department chair lady, Miss Bernie Alpha?
Well, what I can say, as was Z, thank you for that question to her, is we should all rally around her effort and see support her in her position. even with those that are working with her. And I can tell you, Bernice, don't be frustrated, even when people try to criticize you. Just take it as a way of learning. Don't take it personally. Um, don't take it to heart. People will criticize you, whether you're doing good or not. That is how life is looking. That is the way life is. If you don't want people to criticize you, then then you can then you are not living. All right. So do your best. Do whatever you can do. We appreciate what you're doing. As a community members, we are supporting your effort and what you're doing, especially with the kids. We will do our best to do what we can to make the community to become a better community. So thank you very much for your expertise and for your patience, your energy that you're bringing into the organization and into our community specifically.
Thank you very much. So I do have to.
Opposition spy. You should, you should, usually, usually we call. I call Bernice. I call Bernice. As an advisor to this administration, I call Bernice opposition spy. For the fact that Bernice ran against the Parker team and she got defeated. But in all honesty, she's working. In all
I
honesty,
didn't get defeated. I was kicked off the ballot before I even went to the floor. Because if
yeah,
I would
but
have hit the floor, I would have definitely beat
you
my
are still
opponent.
supporting your team, so you got defeated. However, in all honesty, she's working. You see the courage to tell the other people that even though we got defeated, we can still serve.
Right,
It's amazing. That's the
right,
thing
right,
you don't understand. You see,
right.
when Bernice and Morris decided to serve, they came from the unlikely point of view. And I tell Mr. Parker, thank you for, you see, for having that insight to try to at least in his weak effort try to get them to come on board. However, when they came on board, she's been working amazingly. Like we can all have our back and forth, we all can criticize whenever the need be, but like she's working and she's working very hard, and it's good for us to put together as a community. And one thing that is very interesting is I think there's two female that are in position are working hard. Bernice and then Sabah. I think the guys need to step up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying this on the guys need to step up. SYZ,
Yeah.
I think you got to send out a caveat
Yeah.
to the guys need to step up. Like the guys need to step up. Look, you have Brandy's working very hard, very very hard, absolutely working very hard. Sabah was on Mr. Parker team, so but she's working as well, working very hard. Then I'm looking at the guys around them. You understand? And no disrespect to my brother, I'm talking about my brother Morris is working as well because Morris is with Bernice because he is the co-chair for that committee. So the guys need to step up, in all honesty. But community members, please bring your kids out. Come out next week, Saturday. We'll share the flyer again. We'll be sharing it in all the community chat rooms and on platforms. Please come out and support the youth. I mean, support, bring the kids out. It's bonding. Bond with your kids. I mean, you can't be working in America and forget the important things, like the kids, the moment. You got to share with them. So please bring them out. Bring them out. We say thank you for coming over here. And you can hang around if you want to, but we're about to dive into some deep politics about Liberia. So if you want to hang around and get buried into our politics, that's okay. At least you'll learn.
I will learn from the other end because
Okay.
I have to start running around now. So I will be watching.
All
So
right.
I will learn
Okay.
from that.
While you watching, can you just give a parting statement because I think you will not come on again because when Theo handle the microphone, we will be going very fast.
I know, right? Yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys for having me on today, Joseph and XYZ. And Mr. Theo, thank you very much for your input as well. I appreciate it greatly. It's good to know that people are watching and seeing, the changes you're trying to bring. and it's good to know that you're appreciated by your community as well. It just gives you the motivation to do more and bring more not problems but more projects to to the community. So I appreciate you guys very much for having me on today. People, please bring your kids out to the stakeholders of the community.
All right, just before you go, that just a quick comment, and on what Joseph was saying, and Joseph, I really applaud you for that comment. You know, we the African immigrant or immigrant as a whole, usually you see a lot of people within the various corners. Uh, they are busy, right? And usually you see most people doing two jobs just to be able to do provide for their families. But I can tell you that the greatest investment that we can make in life is to invest in our kids. You can do whatever you want to do. You can say whatever you want to say, but investing in the kids and giving them good memories is the greatest investment on earth, and it have a great um, return as well. So I hope that we will all come around that idea that we need to support our kids. We need to support um, kids' growth and well-being and happiness and bonding with them, and because in the long run we also will be benefited. So thank you very much as we plan for the program, as you work on the program, and I want to say thank you. We extending this to every member within the community to come out and support the Liberian community on this project. And let come out. Even if your kid is not going to be there directly, you can still come and represent or be part of it. And that would be great. So thank you very much.
So Bernice, go ahead, take a lot and take a stab at us because you are saying to all the stakeholders, go ahead. You try to
Yes.
talk about
To
all
all the
communities.
stakeholders in the community, we only see you guys. We don't see your kids. I need to see your kids as they pro at this program. It's not only when it's time to bring, the problems to the table, then we see you guys. It's very important for your children to be involved as well, because if you guys are the stakeholders in the community and your children are around, it makes everybody else be more involved. So I urge you guys, and I don't want to call you guys out one by one today, but if I don't see you guys there, I will call you out one by one the next time I appear on any show.
You
So
won't, so you won't problem. See you, Benny.
you guys have a good day. I'll be watching from the other end.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for coming around. Thanks for
All
hanging
Thank
out.
you,
right.
thank you,
Bye.
Brandon.
I just want to give some people their flower before we dive. The May Association, they are very, very close to my heart. Uh, I receive a lot of messages and calls from the May Association, most especially the chairman, Abraham Collison, and that of Mr. John Yanti, Drenzy, Anthony Gavler, Thomas Woolard, the senior doctor, Joseph Ziggy Jr., not you, the
Just
senior
as Ziggy said, the senior.
senior, not junior, but senior, and the lion himself, the greatest lion of this community, Aaron Mumu family. You know, these are people, great men of this community, and the list go on and on. And the men stood by me, they call me, sympathize with me. I am overwhelmed, most especially the president of this community, Mr. Julius Parker, the vice president, Richard P. Boyer. I did receive a call as well. You see, that is how the community is supposed to be. I don't need money, but the call alone means that we are together. And I'm proud to be part of this great men group, the institution of this community that, look, I'm very overwhelmed indeed to be part of this group. I received the call, I saw text messages everywhere. Even up to now, people keep calling. I was asleep. There was a call I missed, and I will call them back. I love them, and I'm proud to be part of this group. But you guys did extremely well. Just the call alone, it means a lot. It means million to me. And they say give the man the flower when he's alive. When I saw the message from the Chairman Collison, I said yes. And the president himself called me, President Julius Parker, and the Vice President Richard P. Boyer. These are things that happen in this community. No, let me tell you, it's good. I love it. Even you too, you call me Mr. Chairman, you call me, I love that. Thank you. And that's how it works. I love these things. But I don't want to monopolize the conversation where we are here to discuss politics, and we have the greatest politician with all in studio. I don't want to take his time. Mr. Jonathan, I think we can switch the pendulum to you. You can elaborate a little bit on Liberia politics, and because you said that Mr. Gray, Mr. Gray, and that of
Solomon George,
Judge,
Chima.
the speaker, Chimba, and other people have been removed from their position from the October 10 elections, and now we are about to go in the second round. I know you said the probability that is 0.5 for one candidate, 0.5 for the other candidate, because probability should be 1. So when you divide it, it'll be 0.5, 0.5. So do you think somebody going to get 0.75 in the coming election in November? You need to party that the CDC?
Well, that is where they will see practical politics with respect to the second phase of the election. Now, the role is clear. We have only 2 candidates in the race. We're going to see what's going to happen. The coalition and the CDC as a whole, even given the short time for them to go to the various parts of the country and re-motivate their people. I told you from the beginning of this show that we're going to see that level of demotivation to kick in with respect to our culture, that the way we think. I want to do it. Once it was not done the first time, you're going to see other people not going back to vote for the second time. And with respect to who this phenomenon is going to affect, it's going to affect the 2 political parties, whether UP or CDC. We're going to see demotivation from both parties, okay? But this is where the politics is going to play out. We're going to see the power of the incumbent and the power of the opposition. And you can see, I told you, now with respect with the numbers, though, but we see CDC has lost morally in terms of the key, some of the key individuals they have lost within the first round. But we're going to see practical politics, whether the coalition will be strong this time around, whether they're going to weigh towards Uncle JB, or whether CDC will be able to rally their base and come up this time around to win the 51%. It's something that we're going to see. But with respect to the probability, who is likely? Now, I'm not saying this is going to win or UP is going to win. But with respect to the chances, I'm not going to give a higher probability to the CDC or the Bwaka, but I'm saying slight. I will give a little probability to the CDCA because they are incumbent. They have the resources. They put people in places. They are appointees, people working for the government with the CDC. And so we see the way African politics work. But I can tell you, I am so proud of the CDC-led government with respect to the way in which we are led party conducted themselves the first time, right? We don't see mass fraud that people will expect in African politics. We have seen that in Nigeria and in other places where you can see incumbents doing things, or dictators doing things to suppress votes. They may have done things in the past, even in this going election, but we can say it's minor with respect to the turnout we see, with respect to the report we get in. We saw some things happening that are not supposed to happen in politics, but we should give them kudos because they are doing their best. The P's have been, held together, which is good, and people are stay going to the poll to vote, and we should trust the process. Whoever wins, we wish the best for Liberia. But I can tell you, though, what we have seen in recent decades in Liberian politics is that we always, all of the time, don't make the right decision, right? Um, if we, and the reason is very simple. We Liberians usually, not every Liberian, but mostly, we have short memories of the past. And as a result, we vote people into place that are not in the best interest of the country or not in the best interest of our constituents. We vote them into power simply because at the moment they're able to give us a bag of rice. They're able to give us transportation to go to town. So we vote them into power. So we forget with that short memory, we always making mistakes, voting people into power that likely or in most cases don't have the interest of the country. So yeah, that is my take of the past election, and I'm more happy to discuss more of that as we go in this discussion.
Thank you very much. That is a powerful voice of the greatest politician, Honorable Theophilus Janate. Well, Honorable Chairman, do you have any question for the politician?
Okay, I would like to ask. I will ask a question later on, but like first of all, I want to say something. Like I think uh, 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 Mr. Theophilus Jate is making a very interesting point. He's making a very he's making a very interesting point. And on that note, I would like to stretch a little bit further. Right? You said the point you are making here is like a slight advantage. I would like to say a better advantage, in my opinion, and the reason why. The job now is on UPN to work exceedingly hard because to beat Weah in this election now it's 1-on-1, right? It's going to take elections about money. Money's going to play. Now, UP got to really do a soul session, like dig deeper, because you got to spend money in every corner of Liberia. Because any mistake to not do so, you'll be giving the ruling party an advantage because they can manipulate the numbers, they can manufacture the numbers. If you don't have pool washer, you understand what I'm saying? So you need to put pool washer everywhere. That's where the money will come into play. Because the CDC is sitting down on state resources. They have the money. They're going to spend the money.
Exactly.
And I will be very, very surprised if they rather spend the money, all that money in the first round. I don't think so. I think they went into this election with some reservation that there will be the likelihood of a second round. Second round now is like in football game we call it the 90 minute. Like that's where you change in 30 now. If you have to pull fast tracker in, you want to score. Like everybody running in, goalkeeper and all going to corner. So they will spend massively this second round. And that's why UP should be very cautious going forward. Instead of and doing the politics like the way they did the first time with some level of arrogance, you got to start talking to opposition. Because the place you cannot reach, you need opposition to help you to reach there. If not, you're going to give this ruling party a very, very strong advantage. So they should lower that tone or forget the arrogance and start to talk differently. That's politics now. You are now negotiating because you have to build your weakness. You have to tighten your weak holes. But my question here is for Mr. Theophilus Jate. Looking at like, the house, right? The house got massively wept. I think CDC is probably at a disadvantage in the house. I gotta look at the numbers again. I mean, because that house is looking like it's strongly opposition. Now, those guys that got kicked out, do you think they will have the courage to push CDC, like to go back again and run and campaign for CDC? Because sometimes I think like defeat people handle defeat differently. Some will be like, okay, like I don't want to participate in the process, or maybe some will like say, okay, I need to push CDC so I can get a government job. Why? Let's look at the people that left the house. Do you think they will have that zeal, that energy to go and campaign in the second round for CDC?
Thank you, Mr. Saleh. I love to discuss politics with you because you are a very smart man. Even with SYZ, right? SYZ, that is the truth about our community.
Oh yes.
Whether here in the United States or in Liberia, when people talking about politics, right? And when they're talking about events or disagreements,
Yeah.
people always use party mouth or
Yes.
foul languages or start insulting one another. I
Yes.
was not trained as a political analyst
Yeah.
but if I am on this platform talking to a mind like Mr. Saleh Jr., SYZ, I know I am in a safer place to
Yes.
discuss, to have a healthy disagreement, even
Yes.
if there is one. All
Yes.
right. So going back to your point very specifically, Mr. Saleh Jr., is that when there's only one interest, so a politician, which is to be re-elected. We're talking about re-election is the only basis for any politician, whether in the United States, in the continent of Africa, everywhere. The goal of a politician is to be re-elected. Now, those guys that were defeated from were kicked out of the House of Representatives in Liberia and from the CDC, it will be mind-boggling. I will be surprised extremely if they don't go back to their various, constituencies and run or bully Radi, they are based together for CDC, because even though you might not be in the House of Representatives, even though you may not have a job in the coming government, but once your party is the ruling party, you still have a job indirectly, because your ideas, your goal, will be in the forefront. So I will be surprised when they don't do that. But one thing I will not be surprised and I will expect is that Akara Gray is someone that will not hold back in terms of expressing his views, going back to his base, because this guy is a Liberian political Maradona. He has been before the CDC party came to power, and I believe that Akara Gray will always be Akara's Gray. So we expect some of the guys, to be who they are, but some of them will change hands. You will see disloyalty. You may see people playing both hands, and you will see that simply because people want job, they want to be employed in the next election. So we'll see. But that is a very great question, Mr. Sid. I appreciate that. But there is my thinking with respect to that.
All right.
Thank you, greatest politician in this community and the rest of the world. Thank you very much. This is the issue. I know that Chairman stated that I think the people of Liberia, 80% went to the pool, and then the bottom 20%. I think he asked that question. He mentioned about that.
Yeah, almost 80%. I think around 78. I don't know the half figure.
78% probably. Then we say 22% kind of did not go to the pool. So what is the motivation? I'm talking to you, politician. What is the motivation that the Liberian people are going to get, or the political parties going to get these people to leave their house and go vote for the first time? That's the 22%. Because we already had the 78%, and that the balance 22% that sat home said that the people think, Liberian people say that the people think, even we put Jawea there, we put CDC there, we put Cummings, we're not going to benefit anything. So we sit at home to see what's going to come, because Liberia can change. What is the motivation? What is the statement you got to give to these people that will motivate them to leave their houses and go vote? What is your advice, politician?
Well, thank you very much, SYZ. And that is where I can say specifically, though, that the the turnout that we see in Liberia is encouraging with respect to recent events on the continent. In Liberia specifically, people usually don't go to the polls to vote. There is some level of distrust in the political process. So you see, most of the time people will say that they are politics. I don't want to be part of it. Anything to do that, me, I hear, I don't want to talk about politics. But you see, within the last election that we have, families have been divided. This going election have brought problem in Liberia among families, because people strongly believe in their various parties, in their various candidates. So you see that there were family divides that we see in Liberia, and in all ways, whether in the in the development, we see that usually there is some level of distrust in the process. But in Liberia, we're going to see, and this is where I will agree with Mr. Sele, that resources is going to play a major part, because you're going to see that demotivation kick in. It will kick in this coming second election, because even people that went to the poll the first time, most of them are going to go back. And so what people are going to look at is that, you know, if you don't have the resources to go to the southeast where there are no roads, if you don't go to Lofa County or better Fasama, if you don't go to the places, it is more likely that you're going to motivate your base for them to come back and do the same thing that they did the first round. So it's likely going to be based on resources. Do they have the resources, pool watchers, or going to the places to encourage people? I am more, you know, pessimistic with that when with respect to people. Most of the push watchers from the UP party were supported by the diaspora population. People from here paying people, paying people to say, okay, give me about 20 people. How much, does it cost for them to be pool watcher? They are individuals from the United States and from other parts of the world that directly spend money to the UP party for individual to be pool watcher. Now, are they going to continue that? Are they going to pump that same money into the system? So you will see that resources is going to play out. It's going to be a big factor in how people are going to be motivated in terms of what will drive them to the polls. Because people are not voting Liberia based on policies. Yes. Or based on what's going to happen. They are going to be voting based on travel lines. They're going to vote based on they is my guy because they bought me a bag of rice the other day. I'm going to vote for them. So it is not based on ideology. It's not based on political issue, policy, public policy. It's based on travel lines. It's based on resources. So we're going to see a divergence. We're going to see a shifting balance in the second round of election with respect to what is going to motivate individuals to go back to the polls to vote.
Thank you very much, honorable politician, Mr. Jonathan. Like you clearly stated that one of the greatest motivational factor in voting, to me, according to economics, is money. We got a lot of belly-driven politicians back home. We have a lot of hungry people back home, especially for the expression. I'm saying this because I hear us from there. You got people who don't even pay their way to go to town. People live Brassville, Logantown, Point Four, all over the city. Everybody, some people got to go to town to go do business. So if I come to you, I say I'm representing CDC, I give you, let's say $300 today, you go to town and I want you to vote for CDC. Like you clearly stated that they don't even think about the future. Think about what happened today, Liberian people. They don't think about things that will affect them in the future. Once they eat today, they say, yes, I'm happy. And then they make that decision. And that's one of the problems the United Party going to face. United Party don't have the money to bribe people or to talk to people like, I will give you X number of money, like I'm talking for you to vote for me. They don't have that. Most of the voters from the United Party are people who are willing with their heart. But I can be hungry, and then you got a bag of rice over there, and you say, if you vote for this CDC, you vote for him, I will give you 3 bags of rice. I'll be thinking of my kids, I'm not eating over the past 3 days. And then you give me 3 bags of rice just to vote, I will cast my vote. That's how people think back home. They don't think about the future. And that's what I'm saying. So this election, I want to be very crystal clear about this election coming up between the United Party and the CDC. My take, I have been defending the United Party all along this show. But I would be very, very audacious that it's going to be difficult for the United Party. Because the incumbent judge we are the CDC, they're not going to sit there and allow this election to slide. They got the money. The Southeastern Bill are going to be locked up. You know, probably not going to mess with that place. Even the stronghold of the Unity Party, Niba Kante and that of Lofa Kante, these guys are going there to waste the money. They're going to spend the money in that place. Like I was listening to some, I read some other articles about Mr. Berete, Musa Berete. He's struggling with the ruling party right now. Those guys have the money, and the hills from you know, this man always visiting Niba Kante. He got so many votes from Niba Kante. He's going there to use the government money to win voters that are going to vote for CDC overwhelmingly, and that's going to give problem to the Unity Party. The money going to speak, and right now it's not about 50 plus 1 vote. Even if CDC get 22, Unity Party get 21. It not got to be 50 plus 1 vote. Even if I get 22, you get 21, you win.
Simple majority.
Yeah, so CDC is not going to sit there and allow Unity Party to win this election per number. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. I'm just being very, very fair on this show.
Yeah, they are climbing a mountain.
It's not easy to beat an incumbent in an election one-on-one. It's difficult. The change that was given to the Unity Party was this October 10, 2023 election. But November, I'm being very crystal clear. It's a problem. It's a problem. I worry that Unity Party is going to suffer because the CDC that I see, even Morovia, because they have seen their fought. Now they're going to invest the money. And one of the greatest motivational factors in any place is money. Bro, let me be honest with you. They can say this guy is beautiful, but once you get that money, that guy will fall flat, bro.
If you not get teeth, you can get good. You can get good woman, my man. If you don't get teeth, if you don't get tone, you get money, right? You get good money.
That's what happened to CDC right now. CDC might be the ugliest party or whatsoever you think in Liberia, but once they get the money, they will be the funniest guy in the room.
There's no ugly billionaire.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, I'm just saying it on the other side. Like, I don't want to be too professional with it. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I really like your idea, SYZ. I love that mind. I love where you're coming from, and that is the point.
Not be professional. That is what's going to happen.
Right.
CDC is not going to sit down and allow this election to slap in the hands of the opposition. CDC is going to win this election. That's what I'm telling you. And I understand politics, and that's why I analyze. I want to be very fair. CDC is not going to sit down and allow this election to slap. The thing is not about 50 plus 1 vote anymore. If I get 2, you get 1, I win. CDC will say, okay, let's put the money in. Even if it is $1 billion to put in this election for them to win, they will win. They will bring helicopters from everywhere. They will start putting Jawea flyers all in the community, everywhere. Even the hunters in the forest will receive some. And what you get is what you receive is what you go back. Campaign is about who comes to you, who talk to you.
Exactly.
That's how it look like.
And there's a very, very slim chance for galvanizing the resources, gathering all those resources and stuff, because like we are looking at less than 2 weeks, or maybe 2 weeks, possibly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So imagine trying to find the resources to compete with CDC. I told people, I say, look at this election. I'm saying a better chance. I'm not saying a slim chance, a better chance. And I'm not endorsing CDC.
Real.
I'm a Cummins guy. I believe in Cummins or whatsoever. I'm looking at it from a very critical point. CDC is sitting on the resources. They ain't going to be trying to gather money and try to go raise fundraising or whatsoever. They're sitting on the money. So it will be a very, very, very miraculous day on earth for UP to come from behind and win. And the only way that will happen is because we will tell the people, look, my people are tired with this thing. If political fatigue is kicking in, power fatigue is kicking in, and he's like, I don't want this thing anymore. That's the only way. That's the only way.
Yeah.
That's the only way UP stand a better chance because an incumbent running in Africa is Africa.
It's
Exactly.
Africa.
Is Africa. I don't need to give. I don't need to even explain it beyond.
Yes.
Even when you go to the West and you talk to people in the West that are doing politics, they once you say it's Africa, they understand.
Yes.
They understand. And
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And one of the things is very constant, right? One of the things that is very constant in politics is interest, right?
Yes.
Politics is interest. If you go to the villages in the various towns in Liberia, most of the cheese, Panama cheese, local leaders, they will tell you, say, hey, that me yo, you know, that one of the Jowiata, the government get all motorbike, the government
Yes.
get all car.
Yes.
Then you want me to leave Joey and go to whoever. They tell anyone there we got car. No, we ain't get
No.
car. They tell anyone there we get motorbike. No, we ain't get motorbike. So one more vote for UP4. So as I was saying, politics in Liberia is based on tribal lines. It's
Yes.
based on resources. These chiefs are going to influence their various population
Yes.
within that local area, so be able to vote based on their interests they have from the CDC government. So they're not going to look at what they're benefiting currently from CDC and say, okay, we don't want it again. We don't like these things. We don't want to enjoy the cars and the motorbikes and what have you. No, it is more likely that they will influence the local population based on what they will receive. And in some of the areas, United Party will not even go back there.
Yes.
Right? United Party will do resources to go back there. CDC going to reach these areas. So that what we're saying that it is more likely that CDC, based on what we're seeing, based on the history, based on the resources, incumbent, probability, CDC is more likely. CDC is more likely. It doesn't mean that we like CDC. No, that's why I love the platform. Because we are not here simply because we like CDC or we are part of CDC. We are analyzing the ongoing phenomenon that is playing out in Liberia. So I agree with you, Mr. SYZ and Mr. Sele Jr. We will see these things happening, especially in Liberia. But we should give our people their credit because they are doing their best. Once again, people are not going to the polls based on policy. They're not going to the poll based on what is best. They are going there based on tribal lines. They are going there based on resources. And Bernice said this before she left the show.
Yes.
She said most of our people are poor. And that is true. But the idea here is that do they know why they are poor? Most of them don't. We voting people into power without and not thinking or not having a second thought that this guy don't represent us at all. They're representing themselves. Once they are voted into power, this guy, they don't go back to the community at all. They will only go there when there is a next election coming up. You see political roles being built. You see them going back to the people and say, this is what we have done. So we these are facts. These are facts, not because we love one party over the other. We say based on history, based on what we're seeing, CDC is more likely to pull off this coming November election. But we'll see. Okay.
Thank you very much. As the voice of the greatest politician, Théophile Dialaté, Honorable Théophile Dialaté, greatest politician on planet Earth.
And one of the things I hope we will discuss here, let's discuss that our politician that left from the United States, particularly Indiana, that went to campaign, running for position over there. SYZ, I wish we had a little time to discuss them.
Well, we have like 2 minutes, but we have like 2 minutes. SYZ going to be playing a second game today. IE versus Barrio going to be playing Indianapolis, and SYZ is going to be playing. So, but anyway,
but you can just stress on the politician.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Before we try to sum it up, we have touched on them in your absence, but you can go and give your take on them before we sum it up.
Yeah, I think we have like 3 presidents that left from here to go to Liberia to run for the representative position in Liberia, district number 7. The former president Rufus Tati, Honorable Rufus Tati,
In
and
Bombing, District 7 in Bombing.
Bomi, Bomi County, right? No, not Bomi, Bon County.
Sorry.
Bon County, district number 7.
Yeah.
Rufus Tati, the former president of this community, he went there. And then we have two presidents in district number 8.
Yes.
Honorable Samuel Sir Jackson Maris and that of Honorable Avin T. Penner. The three of them, they are sons of this community, and they left from here, they went back home. I know, but it's hard to say. They did not survive the political water that was given to them. It was very catastrophic. But we love them. And this is our community. We are very proud indeed to see these guys leaving from here in Indiana, community, Indianapolis, to go back home and go make the mark, in these elections. So, Honorable Jalate, these guys left from here. They went to Liberia. I think for having performed very well, more than all the politicians are left from here to go and run for the representative position. That from the percentage I received, Avin did extremely well, and kudos to Avin, Rufus Tati, and that of Mr. Jackson. But anyway, what is your take on the three gentlemen that left from here to go run in these elections?
Please update me. So to the these guys that went back, did any of them win?
No. They all did not win. They lost the election. But Avin is the one that got the highest mark. It's like you go for test, exam, you go take YA, and then let's say people talking about going division 1. So you came like division, let's say 3, and the other people went division 2, like that. I just want to put it in that form. But who got the highest mark? Like when tests have been rating, even though the passing grade is 70, but people got 69.
So in a nutshell, you are saying the percentage was having the most percent.
Yeah, having got the most percentage when it comes to this community in the election back home. That's what I'm trying to say, because there were 3. Avin T. Pennon, Rufus Tati, and Mr. Samuel Sir Jackson Maris, the 3 of them. But Avin got the highest percentage.
I thought Pape Bunny was running too as well.
No.
Did he get 0 or there was a kick out?
He did not run.
Okay.
Pape Bunny did not run. He did not run.
Okay.
He's here with us, and we love him, but he did not run.
Okay. One of the things I know it's about time for us to close this program. One of the things that I have, one of my men that left from here, he went to Grand Crew to run.
Uh-huh.
So he did not win as well. You see the Liberian politics dynamics is changing. And so I asked the people on the ground, I said, well, why this guy did not win? They said the man get the money, the man not want spend. The man get the money, the man not want spend. That's why the man lost. So the perception of the people is these guys coming from the diaspora, United States specifically, they have money.
Yes.
And so, and these are regular guys, right? These guys are millionaires. These are regular guys, but their perspective is that these guys have a lot of money, and they're not spending their money, and because of that, so you will see once again, it boils down to resources that we're talking about, and that's the people thinking whether it's right or wrong, but that is their thinking. But we say kudos to Avin for trying based on the percentage that you're talking about. So I would say thank you. I just want to be brief on that because we are out of time.
Yes. Anyway, Honorable Chairman, I think we should be wrapping up. Politician to Honorable Teofilo Jalate, can you get your parting statement so we can get out of here, and then followed by Joseph Ziggy Jr., and then we can close and wrap it up.
Once again, I want to be short because we're almost out of time. I want to say thank you to Bernice for what she's doing within the community, and the youth program is coming up. Let's do all we can to support our kids. They are the greatest investment that we can make in this life. I want to say thank you to you, SYZ, for this energy and your brain. And once again, have my condolence for your loss. Mr. Sele Jr., I love your mind. And engaging with you is always a good thing because I know your brain power. Thank you so much, you guys. I want to say thank you. And it's Liberia is home. It's the only place we have. And I love the discussion because it's a level playing field. It's a platform that we come in to discuss the events and the constantly moving phenomena in Liberia without even causing one another, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to you guys for inviting me on your platform. And I want to say thank you to everyone that is watching. Guys, let support Open Table
Yeah.
and give it some energy. So thank you once again. Good luck to you. What a guy that is taking his test today. And
Yeah, yeah, and
yeah,
the-
yeah, and thank you to you guys. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you as well. Honorable Chairman, I think I can go, then you go because
I mean,
you have the ending over there.
you can close it. I can close it. You don't have the key to close it,
No,
but it's
I don't have the key to close it.
all
You
right. Go ahead. I'll close it.
well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, this open table, we have come again. We have two studio guests, Honorable Man Teofilo Jalate, the greatest politician of Indiana and the rest of the world. And that of
Wow.
we have the sporting
It's all
champions
easy.
cheer lady, Miss Bernie Alpha. Bernie Alpha, we recognize you. You are here again in spirit, even though you left us, but you are here in spirit. And I want to tell the community of Indiana, most of the Indianapolis, the one call that I received for the loss of my NTA, I say I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very proud. The Men Association, the president of LAR, Julius Parker, the vice president, Richard P. Boyer, and that of the community dwellers. Every one of you guys, I'm so happy indeed that I received the call and the text messages. Even uh, the Lion, Henry Mumbo Famula, and I have to recognize these people. These are still in this community. If I can receive a text message from you guys, I'm proud of that. Very much proud. And I love the community. And that's how it's supposed to be. Some feel we're not watching. We watch. We see these things. But I'm overwhelmed to receive messages, calls from these stakeholders of this community. I say I salute you guys with clarity and distinction once more. All right, Honorable Joseph Zexasel Jr., I don't want to book your time because time is fast spent and we have to depart from this place, but the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Once again, Jan and Devolule, we miss you on Open Table today. We wish you well in your endeavors and all that you are doing. Know that you are in our thoughts always, and we will be with you when we see you shortly. So Bernice Alpha, thank you very much for coming through. Thanks for all you are doing for the community. The community is all we have. I mean, especially as Liberians living in Indiana, we need to take care of it, take care of our kids, especially. Like my uncle said, a greater investment of a man is in his children. For those who raise great children, I know they sit back and they puff with pride. They smile. I would think so, and I would think so for my parents as they look at us from that vantage point as they get older. I know they cry. I know there are some things that we might not do so well, but that they for the most part they are proud because they invested in us. And that's why we should do. We should pay forward too. We should invest in our children, in our kids. That's why I try to do the same thing with my children. Especially, I don't call my nephew my nephew. I don't. People will be like, "Oh, you got two children, whatever." No, that's my son. I always say two children because they are both almost like just few months apart. Kev is my son, and Leah is my daughter. So yes, we should always invest in our children. SYZ, you always I see you doing a great job with your daughter as well. You always are. You are the father of many daughters.
Yes.
So you are doing well. And my uncle Tio is a very good father as well. So you see, this when we work hard, we work hard. Why are you working for? You're working for. Gotta pay it forward to your children, and that's that's the place you find sometimes you find happiness. after the war beat on you, the noise and everything out there, the one place you can really find true happiness in the eyes of your children. So you should always invest in that, and that's the key thing. So no matter what you go through in life, when you look in their eyes, you should find courage. And it's always a beautiful thing. So thank again, my uncle Tio, for coming over here. Your mind is always good. Like I always tell people, it was great that you taught me chess in elementary school. I learned chess, and chess opened my mind. It can never go back to the way it was in elementary school. My mind has been open since I learned chess because of my uncle. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yes, I want to play chess. I want to play chess.
We're gonna teach you. We're gonna teach you, SYZ. We're gonna teach you.
Baku, I want to play chess as well.
Yeah, he's a very good chess player. My uncle is a very good chess player. You should sit down with him.
Yeah, we got to lean up.
I'm still learning how to beat him. Maybe I will put up a match after I practice well. But since elementary school, it's still a struggle. But he's a good player. So thanks to everyone that listening to us. Look, we tell Liberian thank you. Thanks for protecting the peace. Let's protect the peace. Politicians will come and go. The one thing you have is Liberia. You cannot break it and burn it down. So when I see people making reckless statements, I'm angry inside. Because the thing is, politicians will come and go. Why are you so attached to politicians that you'll be insulting your family members, your friends, your neighbors, and to the point that you want to kill people because of a political view? Don't do that. You have to discuss with some level there. Because after a while, these people will come and go. The same people I was talking about, Gange, and though they are not here, but Liberia is still here. Let's protect Liberia. And I want to tell people, look, on a serious note, George Weah is a peaceful person. We all can agree about some of his flaws, but George Weah is a peaceful person. I will say this: there are some things that are questionable he did in his administration. Nowhere in the world can a presidential motorcade be moving and people stop a presidential motorcade. When I saw what happened on Connellsville, that was ridiculous. Liberian in the man can never stop Gange when Gange is moving. Look, you can complain all you want to complain about Weah, but for a fact, like sometimes he show peace, and he has his flaws, a lot of them. But I don't think he's always why people project him to. So, good luck to Joseph Boyka. Joseph Boyka is a fine statement. We wish him well. We wish we are well. But the one thing we want first and foremost is peace. Peace in Liberia. Judah sister say I love sister, but I love them more. So let's love our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. This is how we come to the end of today's edition of the table.